You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's WWE NXT After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE NXT After Show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another NXT After Show right here on AfterBuzz TV. We're coming in with this music. We didn't really know what we were coming in with, but
There's no point.
It's
probably because I'm so awesome.
we're awesome.
Sure.
We're awesome. Let's get that straight.
Sure. If we go with an average type of system.
I'm Kathy Kelly. I'm awesome.
Yeah.
Sitting across from me, who's also awesome, True Hobo.
Super awesome.
The less awesome Mark Donica sitting next to him.
Everything is awesome and everything is cool when you're part of a team.
It
like
is.
this, the NX team.
This team.
The NX team.
The NX team.
Oh,
That's pretty
boy.
great.
We're cute.
Pretty great.
There goes the music.
And
Get
yeah.
quiet.
So, this week's NXT, what'd you guys think?
Solid.
Yeah?
A lot of the backstage stuff, like a lot. It all came at once.
It was a lot of stuff in general. I
Yeah.
felt like lots of matches, lots of backstage,
And
lots of
packages,
recaps.
video packages,
Yeah.
Yeah, like 2 full-blown video packages.
Yes.
Though I must say, Devin's gotten really good with Ladies and Gentlemen, NXT Superstar, and then their name. She got a lot of practice with that tonight. It's
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
And nodding her head.
And speaking Spanish.
Yes, very, very,
Sí,
Hola, ¿cómo
sí.
estás?
Piquito español.
Bien.
Bien?
Gracias, ¿y tú?
De nada.
I know more Spanish than
Yo
Kathy Kelly.
quiero una cerveza, por
Sí.
favor.
That's all you need to know.
Outside of Home Depots. That's how I learned.
Yo
Nice fellas.
quiero Taco Bell.
That's
Nope.
Los Doritos Locos
today's sponsor.
Tacos.
Taco Bell,
And
apparently.
let's talk about the first match of the night.
Please.
Enzo and Colin Cassidy versus the Vaudevillains. The Vaudevillains, of course, had a new intro
Of course.
with our very
I
own
liked it.
Smiley, Ryan Katz. What'd you guys think of that?
It's exactly what we wanted.
Right. And it puts them perfectly on the
Display.
entrance ramp. Right.
It-
and when their name is called, the light hits them, and the light hits them, and they're perfectly where they should be, like statues. They are somewhat statuesque.
Yeah,
I mean, in a way.
And
I think it fit perfectly.
very much
Yes.
so. And the whole curtain bit, it worked very well for them.
Yeah, definitely. So this match, Marcus Louis, Sylvester Lefort come in for the distraction. But what do you guys think of the little bit of match that we got?
I don't think we got to see as much as we wanted from either team.
Yeah.
So it was really nice. This was kind of a tease for a real match, whether it'll happen or not. I think the Vaudevillains are fine with the win that they got. But this was Enzo's big return, and he just got a lot of arm locks, really, before just tagging in to Cass.
I mean,
So,
I think that it's good that he's not taking it too
it's not.
fast.
There's not a lot of. I'm not going to say effort because there's a lot of effort, but he's not going too hard, and that's good for somebody who's coming back from an injury.
Yeah.
And in this type of match, I believe less is more. When both of the teams that are on display are teams that are well-liked and received by the general population, and it's in a match that's somewhat short, you have the audience sitting on their seats going, oh, I really wanted more of that, which is what you want. You always
Yeah.
want them wanting more. You never give them more than they actually want.
No.
And the result was kind of what I was hoping for and expecting, because they're both, like you said, they're both teams that are generally well liked. So who
do we like more?
winning will benefit more.
Yeah.
And but you didn't want to see anybody lose, and the Vaudevillains being the sort of backhanded villains that they are, this was kind of it made way for the bigger bad guys, which were the Legionnaires.
Yes.
And I believe Cass and Enzo need the win more than the Vaudevillains. I don't think it'll
You think?
hurt them getting the loss
No,
as much as Cass and Enzo, because Enzo just
Yeah.
came back from an injury.
Yeah.
They need to actually restart their momentum as a tag team. Whereas the Vaudevillains, they have a good amount of momentum right now, and really a loss wouldn't affect how the general public receives them.
Yeah. It's very weird seeing so many tag matches the last few weeks and not having the Ascension be a part of it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so used to seeing them in every single tag match.
because they've been on tour. They've
Yeah.
been doing all the dark matches in front of SmackDown.
Yeah.
I think this is how it should be, though. The ones on top shouldn't have to fight for the championship they already have.
Yeah.
They should sit back and let everyone else sort themselves out. And when one has presented themselves as being worthy, they will fight the champion.
It was just because of the lack of tag teams, but I agree
True.
with you.
Yeah. So anything else you guys want to talk about, mention from this match?
Yay, Smiley.
Yay, Smiley.
Yes, Smiley.
Yeah.
Yay, having tag teams.
Yes,
It's a great thing.
good tag teams.
Good thing.
And I mean, we'll talk more about the Vaudevillains later.
Yes.
As we can.
Yes. So we get a recap of the demise of the BFFs. Basically just telling us the story of how they became friends and how they became frenemies to enemies. Summer, of course, is going to have her match against Charlotte next week for, as Regal called it, the Ladies' Championship.
That's just damn classy. I like that.
Very, very kind of him.
Yes, the NXT Women's Championship. So that will happen next week. Next match that we have, CJ Parker versus Xavier Woods in a rematch from the week prior.
Well, I mean, it was
2 weeks.
2 weeks
yeah,
ago?
2 weeks because
Okay.
last week was just kind of like I'm sorry
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
snapping at you
Yes.
sort of deal. But yeah,
CJ ends up winning with a semi-dirty. He was touching the rope, kind of. So
he was, and then he wasn't. It was kind of. It wasn't
It ended
necessarily
up
a.
Iffy.
It ended up being more smart than dirty.
Yeah.
Because he initially took the smart advantage and held onto the ropes while Woods was going for the O'Connor roll, but then didn't really need the ropes, so it ended up just being smart. He ended up getting the advantage, and then the win was clean.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it was just how the announcers kind of made it like, oh, he was holding the ropes. I mean, look, no, he was like it kind of brought it to
They
light.
draw more attention to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where they necessarily didn't have to. It
Yeah.
was, but it looked like the plan was here's where we show the replay where he was holding the ropes, but he wasn't holding the ropes. We'll show the replay anyway and talk about it. Kind of. It's
Yeah.
just it was weird, and I don't think the performers are at fault at all.
Okay.
Well, it's just one of those things that just happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go into a whole lot of really complicated stuff, but instead I'd rather say what happened. Let's live with it. Just like the supposed air kick that happened last week, instead of analyzing the hell out of it, let's just live with it and take it for what it is, the action itself, not the level of depth and impact it had.
Life lessons with the hobo.
Right. It's the
Let it
little
go.
things. To
Let it
put
go.
on some blinders to the world, you know? This whole thing is suspension of disbelief. Suspend a little bit more, and you'll have a better time.
2 questions.
Yes.
First, what are we thinking of CJ Parker now that he's wrestling?
Great.
You like it?
Yeah.
Cool. You?
I like him and Woods together.
Yes. I
There's
was
something about this. They must be friends or bitter enemies backstage.
They work well together. They work well off each other. My second question was actually, what do you think of Woods being used at NXT so much now, since we haven't been seeing much of him on the main roster?
Well, ever since the whole Rusev thing,
Yes.
I mean, he's kind of back home, and I think they're using his excellent talents to the best that
Yeah.
they can. And he's kind of a new social media ambassador for them, so he's not necessarily doesn't necessarily have to be on TV all the time. So I think NXT would be a good fit. You go down, you record a couple of days, and then you've got 2 months worth of stuff, and then you can use him however you want.
Yeah. I'm glad to see him in some capacity
Yeah.
wrestling. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, I want to see him back doing.
I want to see him get the Black Ranger role for the Power Rangers reboot. Like
That would be
that's
amazing.
That's a Twitter movement right now.
Yeah.
And considering he's billed from Angel Grove, California, he has a cosplay of the Black Ranger. Let it happen, man. You don't have to train somebody. There's somebody who is ready to go out of
He knows the
Seriously.
moves, yeah.
This
Just
guy
needs
is-
to learn the lines.
It's good to go.
Yeah. So, next up, backstage segment, Devin Taylor, Sami Zayn. What are you guys doing over there?
stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm just pointing at the cameras. I was just marking my cameras.
Always marking.
So Devin Taylor's first backstage segment of the night with Sami Zayn. Zayn says that we've really seen Tyson Kidd's true colors recently. He is a conceited, chauvinistic coward. And if you had asked him a few months ago if he was excited about wrestling Tyson Kidd, he would have said yes, but not this Tyson Kidd.
No, he's out for embarrassment. This is about embarrassing him, which...
Calling him a chauvinistic coward, them's fighting words.
Them's true words.
Well, yeah, I mean, depends on whose story you want to go with.
That's true.
The one that we've seen.
Got you there.
How about that?
I don't know, but motivations being what they are, maybe Tyson Kidd isn't necessarily a chauvinist. Maybe he's just self-centered.
Maybe he's just a
I
jerk.
wouldn't go so far as saying chauvinistic. To say that women are beneath him or meant to serve him. He hasn't said anything like that. He simply does not care about the woman that he has.
Yeah.
Or so we've seen.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
I did have a note in here about Devin where she was just nodding at kind of everything that it was like, yeah, like that's just a general thing for interviews that that I noticed where it's like, we know you're listening, you have to be listening, you don't have to nod. Devin's getting practice. I'm sorry.
Turning into a bobblehead.
Yeah, it was distracting.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to listen to Zayn, but I was like, just stop nodding. I'm trying
I do have to say, in my interviews, in like real life interviews, when it's not scripted, I sometimes talk too much, so I get the whole like nodding thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's better to nod than to
It's like a way
say
of
something.
just like,
Yeah.
sort of, yeah.
Just choking on your own words.
I can-
Mine
yeah, I
end
can
up being
understand
like really bad facial expressions too. I'm like,
But you're reacting. You're reacting though.
Tremendously excited on that red carpet.
yeah.
I want to see that now.
So-
Can we get that B-roll?
Basically every single interview I ever do.
Kathy
Awful.
Kelly freaks out.
Yes. So,
Nods for Kathy. Hashtag nods for Kathy.
anyways. There's going to be a meme of that sometime soon. It's going to be awful. I'm regretting it already. So, up next we have Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss. Alexa has some choice / nice words to say. Probably the meanest, nicest promo ever.
I'll bet that was the angriest Alexa Bliss has been in her whole life.
But yeah, she talks about Sasha and basically that she's gonna win tonight. So that's, yeah.
In the
She
nicest
was so
way
nice,
possible.
yeah. And then Sasha ends up winning this match with submission holds. But what'd you guys think of it?
Sasha wanted to win. She was doing everything she could to do it. I mean, she fought dirty. You feel bad for Alexa Bliss being on the
Yeah.
receiving end of some of this offense. I mean, Alexa started off by rolling up Sasha, and then Sasha really got mad.
Saying, no, this ain't quick. I'm gonna make you hurt.
Yeah.
Alexa really got to showcase some of her moves, though. I mean,
A little bit more this time.
Yeah.
I liked how Sasha got a win without the BFFs there. That's what the real thing that's holding her back.
So she can then go to somewhere, Charlotte, and be like, well, I did this without you. You guys were holding me back. Said I wasn't good enough, but
I don't
am.
even know if she has to do that. I think it just speaks for itself.
I think she will. She is the type of person that will rub it in their faces.
At a club,
At
very
least
public
I
venue,
won.
very loudly.
So what was this about Sasha's text
Okay,
font
so
being basic?
this
Okay.
is another so she didn't come out to the BFF's music or Charlotte's music like they do as a group. She came out to her classic music, which is good, but her video has Sasha Banks, the text Sasha Banks written on it in the most basic font. Like you go into Photoshop, you hit text and the type tool, and that's the font you get in. We got to switch off of this Times New Ratchet and give her an actual custom font, something that looks blingy, something nice, something classy.
You're right.
Hashtag not Times New Ratchet.
Yeah. Hashtag,
This basic bitch font ain't cutting it. Just ain't cutting it.
I just really like Times New Ratchet.
I know. And basic.
And thank you
bitch.
for giving me the outlet for that. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
Yes, you're welcome. Backstage, Devin Taylor interviews Tyler Breeze. he comes out, and there's a sigh of relief from Mark Donica as we are watching.
Oh, thank God, he's here. Okay.
He reminds us of his tragic hand modeling accident that occurred a couple weeks ago. And he says that's why he hasn't faced Adrian Neville yet. Not because he's scared.
No.
And then he introduces his music video again, his MTV Euro award-winning music video.
For those of us with Tyler withdrawals.
For those of us with Tyler withdrawals, it is dedicated to all of his fans, even the Uggos, because he's just that
Couldn't we have
considerate.
just
Hashtag
looked
pray-
it up? I mean, if we really missed him, couldn't we just look it up?
No.
Did we have to take TV time for this?
Yeah, I think so. Hashtag pray for Tyler.
I mean, I like Tyler Breeze, don't get me wrong. I just feel that there could have been a better use of time to
What I would have liked to
re-show
see,
this.
what I would have liked to see is them cut together like a 30-second package of outtakes from that, and it's like, and he's just like, well, you know, the fans got to see my music video, but there was just so much amazing footage they could not get a bad shot of me, so I didn't want to deprive people of that. And here's the footage for all of you, because I know that you want it. That's what I wanted.
That's
Yeah,
what I thought it was.
A completely new music video of the same song.
exactly. I mean, it didn't have to be the entire thing, but I wanted to see something a little bit different just because we already saw that, and I think that you probably played it for us like 30 times again. No.
I couldn't help it. It's just a good song.
When you drive away, that's the song playing in your car. When you drive up, it's the song playing in your car.
That's all you hear.
Yep.
Yeah.
And me singing along.
You know every lyric.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Every line, every word,
They're
every
great lyrics. I
movement.
wrote them, as he says.
These lyrics, they're genius. I wrote them. This is timing.
Yes. So then backstage, Devin interviews Tyson Kidd, and he basically says that Sami Zayn is going down tonight, and he says that Natty, what happened with her was an accident. He did not mean to do that, but she's a grown woman and she can take care of herself. We don't think that's chauvinistic. We just think that that's inconsiderate.
Okay, it's not chauvinistic
It's
because
inconsiderate.
something that is chauvinistic is directed at all women. This guy just doesn't give a crap about his woman.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just very personal.
He's just a dick.
Yes, there, Kathy Kelly. That's
Kid
good.
backwards.
Oh!
With 2 D's.
Right?
Double dick.
Double dick.
That's awful. Why did I just say
The
that?
dick.
Hashtag
The
double
dick.
dick.
No. Did you know that Tupac spelled backwards is kaput, which
Yes.
means dead?
Did you know Taco Cat spelled backwards is Taco Cat?
Wow. Which is also wow spelled backwards. Anyways. Accidents happen.
going for an audible.
Just like all of this that just happened. Let's move on to the next segment.
Hooray!
We got another one of those teases for the next match without like, hey, Adam Rose is back,
True.
and no like, who's he fighting?
Yeah.
Who cares who he's fighting? They say.
Even though they tried to make a
We
story out
did
of it.
Well,
care because
we always care. It's
Jason
kind of our
Jordan got a
job to
haircut, so of course we're gonna care.
Yeah, and he didn't. This was taped before he got the haircut.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Whoops! Shouldn't have released that video on WWE.com.
That's all right.
Yeah.
They all know they tape in the rears anyway.
Adam Rose versus Jason Jordan. We get a little inset where Jason says Ty Dillinger, his partner, was injured, and the last time he saw him, he
Injured.
was
Overdose injured.
with Adam Rose and the Rosebuds. So he's a little pissed off, and that's why he's facing Adam Rose tonight.
It's a good angle.
Unfortunately, he was not victorious.
No.
Adam Rose got the win because it's party time all the time.
That party foul looked nasty.
Yeah.
Just,
Super mean.
Yeah. You're a tree.
Dunk. Planted him.
Yep.
That was
like
the
a
joke he
tree.
went for.
Yep.
I like how I maybe I just haven't seen too many Adam Rose matches recently, but I like how he's turned the jump into the arms into a headlock takedown. That's a lot of fun.
Well, it just makes sense, honestly. If your opponent's carrying you and you have your arm around his neck, naturally your opponent will go, get off of me. And if you just have his head, you'll take him over. He doesn't
uses
have any
inertia.
choice but to go with the momentum.
Yeah.
It's another fun Adam Rose match.
Yeah.
It's
bad.
interesting. He's getting more flamboyant as time is going on.
Yeah. What was that thing about how he was telling one of the commentators to have an asparagus lollipop?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
That sounds terrible.
Disgusting.
Does it still make your pee smell?
I was thinking the same exact thing, unfortunately.
See, great minds think alike. I don't know who those people are, but we certainly think alike.
Everyone thinks alike. So it
Everyone
reminded me
thinks
also
alike.
of Bertie Bott's Every Flavored Beans,
Okay.
but the lollipop version.
Okay, that's like
see
they
that?
expanded.
Yeah.
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 I can go with that.
It is in Florida,
Yeah.
Orlando, Harry Potter World. Could have
Get
had
yourself a chocolate frog.
Yes. So Devin backstage with Kalisto.
Hey.
And they start off this interview in Espanol.
Se habla.
Yes. Sí. Yo también. También. And I took like 12 years of Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
Public school child.
Ah, that makes sense.
Product of the public school system. Kalisto says that he prefers to talk about his wins over his past losses.
Future wins.
Future wins.
Not past wins or past
No.
losses. That's just silly.
I said
That's
he
just in his
prefers to talk
wins.
about his wins over his past losses.
Yeah.
Future wins.
Well, either or.
I mean, everybody's got wins and losses, but you gotta.
Right.
It was the road going
I'm
forward.
pretty sure he would rather talk about anything other than his losses. So,
I'm sure he wouldn't want to talk
future
about how
or
short he
past
is.
win. No.
No.
But as he's talking about this, the vaudevillains interrupt.
They don't just the whole
screen
it
changes.
faded and their music
Yes.
came in. It was brilliant.
It was great. It was a good transition. And they butt in. Kalisto says he lost his tag team partner, but he's going to find one next week to face them in a match. They don't respond.
Well, they can't.
He's like, oh,
They're
are you
silent.
guys speechless?
Away he goes.
That's it.
It's
I don't
perfect.
know.
They just bring out a sign.
was
That's
good.
perfect.
Who do we think his partner's going to be?
Well, the
You already know.
rumor mill has been spinning that it's going to be Sin Cara.
Oh,
I wish he said he didn't need a partner. I truly wish he said he didn't need a
yeah.
partner.
He
So that's the sign of a
he
real
could
man.
win
He goes,
Sin Cara.
Sin Cara.
Well, but in
means without.
Another
Yeah,
yes,
Sin
it's
Cara.
Still,
yeah.
you're not. Yes. He should have just said he didn't need anybody.
Welcome
If he
to
was a
Spanish
man-
101 with Kathy Kelly.
Shouldn't it be like Spanish, like 9?
No,
no, it's 101.
it's
101.
Basic Spanish.
I mean,
No,
I think
so-
we're even going below basic at this point.
That's just rude.
I'm just saying.
That's not okay.
If I can speak more Spanish than you, something's wrong.
Tu no es guapo.
Hey, lady. You watch it. You just watch it. That ain't funny, poking at my weight like that.
So, next up. This is the most awkward after show that I think we've done.
No, this isn't the awkward after show. It's the NXT after show.
Zing!
and we're back in it.
Last match of the night, we have Tyson Kidd versus Sami Zayn in the main event. There was one point towards the end of the match, Tyson Kidd ended up locking in the sharpshooter. Thought Sami was going to tap, but he doesn't. He grabs the ropes. Sami then locks in the Koji clutch. Tyson Kidd taps out. Sami wins. What'd you guys think?
Lovely main event. Really nice main event. A lot of good back and forth. Tyson was trying to control the match by ducking out of the ring, which started the Tyson Chicken chant sponsor.
Nice.
Very good chant to go with the Natty's husband chant. A lot of good offense in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kid, like how he used to do the between the ropes leg drop inside of the ring, he put it out to the apron, and that made it look a little bit more mean, and a little bit more natural.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he didn't do the front flip with it. It was
no,
just a straight
the leg drop.
Yeah.
And then Zayn getting the knees up on the elbow drop, that just made everything hurt.
It was actually a good piece of storytelling in this match. It controlled the flow very well. Tyson Kidd ducking out, making Sami Zayn look very hungry. He was very hungry for competition and also for the win. He established that in his promo earlier, saying he wanted to embarrass Tyson Kidd. He really did sort of set out to try and do that. I don't know as he accomplished his goal.
Okay.
But he did get the win.
Yeah.
And that is most certainly something.
That's the most important thing.
How long do we think this storyline can go on? Are we sick of it yet? Or I mean, every time they match up with each other, they're phenomenal.
Yeah, no, the matches speak for themselves,
Yeah.
but it's also how long can the Kid Natty story go until like the next until like we're getting a divorce. Oh well. No, let's not do that. Let's go to counseling with Mitchell Cole.
She could back another wrestler. That would be pretty scandalous.
No, but I don't know if she should do that.
I don't know.
What if Tyson started coming out with Becky Lynch?
I don't think she should back another wrestler, but maybe another wrestler says, "Hey, you know, this is a really toxic relationship for you. I want to be your support system." And she's like, "Oh, well, we're just friends. Like, you know, thank you for helping out, but I'm still, you know, like I'm loyal to him. It's till death do us part. Like I have to be loyal to my husband." Tyson Kidd gets jealous.
Yeah.
And then
it would have to be like a super nice guy, but that would be like Sami.
I mean, you'd have to get Tyson to care. Right now, he doesn't care at all about what his wife does. So I think, really, if she was going to do anything, she'd try and fight him. She'd try and turn him back to the man he used to be, a good man, a decent man, the man he's not now. And you could do that by by backing somebody who represents what he used to be, somebody who was good and wholesome, but not in a sexual way.
I don't think that she can back someone else, though, because then she kind of turns.
I think everything else you've suggested sort of puts heat on her.
Okay.
Or on the person she's with.
Yeah.
If it's a completely autonomous relationship between her and another guy, then it's all about the championship, and it puts all the heat on Tyson. And it would cause people to literally go, "What is he doing? The wife is with another man, and he doesn't care." That would add just more heat onto him. People not being able to understand how it's possible that he lets this happen.
Yeah.
What kind of a man does this?
Tyson Kidd.
Oh.
That is who.
Brought it back around.
Yeah. Yep.
Sick burn, Kathy Kelly.
With all these segments that we had tonight, I feel like we breezed through this after show, no pun intended.
No, you should intend.
Oh.
It was, there was too much to really get into anything.
All of the things were very short. All of the matches were somewhat short.
Even
except for the main event.
No, the main event was like 8 minutes, 10 minutes-ish.
Yeah. Fairly well packed.
Yeah.
But, it was just, it was the only match worth really any length of time.
I like the pacing, but yeah, I wish that a couple of things had more time. It left you wanting more on a lot of stuff, which is good.
Well, there was also, I remember back when we would get 3 matches on NXT, and it would be 2, 3-segment matches and 1 short match.
Yeah.
It seems like they've really been locked into a format, and they should start, now that it's proven successful, now they start to change it up, and we get longer form.
We're getting longer shows, too. I don't know if you guys noticed tonight, but we got a 52-minute show, 51-minute show, and I remember way back when, a year ago,
35, 40-minute
NXT,
shows.
Yeah, we were getting 42-minute shows, so.
Yeah. It's odd. I mean, they're trying to brand this. They're trying to make NXT their own brand and give it their own story.
It is.
Right, so that's
some would say the best brand?
That's what we're seeing.
Most
is them going as far in one direction as they possibly can and making all their own stories and featuring all their own guys. And you get this sort of less match, more story some nights. Mm-hmm. It's just how it is when you're trying to create something compelling instead of match.
Yes, for sure. So, I think that wraps up our discussion of NXT for this week. But, whoa!
Okay.
We got some music.
You have something to say, Phil.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes! There he is. I'm really loving the whole Stardust thing you're doing.
We're going to save him for another episode.
No, we'll talk later.
Yeah,
we'll talk later.
Later.
See you. Yeah.
He's got Friday. It's Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
The pay-per-view. He'll come back for the pay-per-view.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds
We'll see you, Cody.
So keep the conversation going. You can find us on Twitter. Definitely comment on our YouTube video.
There you go.
Comment on our YouTube video. Let us know what you guys thought of this week. We read all the comments. The boys respond to all of them.
Video.
Where can they find you guys?
I'm on the Twitter at TrueHobo. ProWrestlingTees.com is where you can get a shirt. Tonight I'm going to be at the Comedy Store roasting the Iron Sheik and several other people. And Friday I'll be in Oxnard Wrestling. I'm everywhere, baby!
And you can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/soapboxmark. You can find us on YouTube at SoapboxCarTV and Facebook at SoapboxCarTV. And you can buy a shirt from him at prowrestlingtees.com/hobo.
It's a good idea.
That was like a Facebook where you like went through puberty again. Facebook.
Always a fun experience.
He's going through growth spurts
Yes.
as we speak.
You can find me on Twitter at Catherine Kelly. You can find all of us here on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. Thank you so much for staying with us this week. We will see you again next Thursday.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.